This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
The Sha'agas Aryeh, after he served as a Rav in Volozhin, he was already in his 70s. He was appointed to be the Rav in one of the most prestigious communities in Europe, in Metz, in France. But at that time, he was already over 70 years old. And there was somewhat of a topic of conversation as to whether this was a good appointment. After all, they weren't sure about the longevity of the Sha'agas Aryeh. So at the appointment of Sha'agas Aryeh, he used the opportunity to dispel any concerns that his constituents would have. Sha'agas Aryeh says in this week's Parsha, Paro sees Yaakov Avinu, and the first question Paro asks is, Kama yimei shnei chayecha? How old are you? Which would seem rather a very strange question when two great world leaders meet, that one should ask the other, how old are you? Even more difficult, asks the Sha'agas Aryeh, is Yaakov didn't answer the question. Vayomer Yaakov Paro yimei shnei megrayis shana. I'm 130. My life was bad. My life was difficult. And I have not achieved the years of the lifetime of my forefathers. That's not what Paro asked. Paro just wanted a simple answer. How old are you? Why is Yaakov saying how hard his life was? So what is this shak levatariya and this conversation between Paro and Yaakov Avinu? Said the Sha'agas Aryeh. Paro sees this man come down to Mitzrayim, and as soon as he comes, the famine stops, and Mitzrayim is blessed with unusual wealth and prosperity. And Paro was very happy to have Yaakov in his country, with one caveat. Paro was worried that since Yaakov Avinu, looking at him, he looked so old, he looked so advanced in age, Paro was worried that this blessing that came, l'ragle Yaakov, would not last too long. So Paro wants to know, Yaakov, I'm so happy you're here, but how old are you? Because I'm worried that this blessing will not continue much longer. So Yaakov says, no, you're making a big mistake. I'm not as old as you think. I'm only 130. The reason I look so old is because I've had a very, very difficult life. But don't worry, I'll be around a while longer. So too says the Sha'agas Aryeh. I may look very, very old, but that's only because of the travails of my previous rabbanos and the travails of life. But I still have a lot of gas left in the tank. I'll be able to serve you for many years. That's the Sha'agas Aryeh used this conversation between Paro and Yaakov Avinu to shed light on his own situation. And in fact, the Kachava, the Sha'agas Aryeh, served the community of Metz for another 19 years until he was a Zakein Usva Yomim, until the age of 90 years old. Schusay Yagan Aleinu, wishing everyone a great week.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.